Hi everyone, it's Nina Zarowski and I'm here today with Randy Benson, our town's planning director. Hi,
Hi, nice to meet you.
thank you for coming in today and talking about your job. Now, can you give everyone just kind of a brief overview of what the planning director does?
The planning director's primary role, we have a couple of roles, but one of our main day-to-day roles is that we handle any new applications that are submitted for any type of development. It could be a residential subdivision, it could be a gas, it could be a number of different things. So that we make sure whatever they want to do, that they do the appropriate paperwork and apply to the planning board if it's required, and also whether it can be done where they want to do it.
Okay.
And sometimes people are looking for something to do. They'll come to the planning board office and ask, I would like to do this type of development. Do you have any places in town that might be suitable for this type of development? So we try to work with people, helping them if
Like
they
organizing everything.
yeah, say it's a company that wants to relocate or relocate, open a new office or branch of their business in Charlton, we tell them where the best suited places are for it.
Yeah.
Some people have specific properties in mind. Some of them are just looking for a property to do it. Because they've already chosen Charlton as a place they want to be in.
Yeah.
So
you help them kind of navigate the town, where to go,
right.
things like that. Okay.
And then of course we have, our housing has been going right out straight. We've built a lot of new housing. We're still getting applications for new subdivisions. We just recently received one for 72 new homes. I mean, it's just
that's a lot.
It's a constant here. People want to locate to Charlton basically to our proximity to the highways, proximity to getting to other larger areas where their job might be, but this is to them more of a bedroom community where they can get out of the hustle and bustle where they are out in the quietness of Charlton, where there is, which a large bulk of Charlton is actually still considered agricultural, which a lot of people find hard to believe when they drive down Route 20, but we do still have a very agricultural portion of Charlton.
Yeah. So when people come to you and ask for this kind of direction, is there an amount, is there a general amount of time that people take to get an answer back from you guys? Or is it like they come in your office and you get a direct answer?
Well, depending on the size of the project that they're proposing, what I typically try to recommend to people is that we have an interdepartmental meeting with all the staff members that would be working on this type of application, the conservation department, the building and zoning, sewer and water if they're in that location. And we bring in our planning board engineer who reviews any applications for engineering and stormwater. And we have a informal meeting, so that we can guide them to the best way and hopefully the quickest way and least expensive way to get their project approved so they can move forward. I hate to see anybody, it's like we don't tell people to do stuff that they don't want to do. We don't want to see them waste their time and money doing it. We try to simplify the process as best we can.
Make it easier for them to.
And, we're wide open to always trying to assist people in whatever they need, because we want them to want to come to Charlton. We don't want to scare them away. And we also want to make sure they get it right the first time, because every time they have to resubmit a plan, they have fees involved for their professionals to redo it, and then we have our professionals that end up having to re-review it. So
it's definitely frustrating too.
Yes,
I know you guys are good with that. So
I mean, it's not so much of a cost that we're worried about on our side. It's trying to save the applicant money.
Okay, that's very good.
That's typically what we do on a day-to-day basis in the planning board
So that's what I was going to ask. So your day-to-day schedule, do you get these applications very frequently, or like today, for example?
Well, for instance, we have we get them all the time. And I was actually, Kurt and I started our day this morning meeting with a developer who, was looking at a part of a subdivision just never got finished, and how can he get it done, and what does he need to do to move forward? So we kind of guide him through the process. This is what needs to be done to finish it up. And we try to that typically is all the time. We have open door
Yeah.
policy. People can
Oh,
walk
that's
in
okay.
anytime during our working hours. You know, we don't take a lunch hour or anything
Yeah.
like that. I just,
Help people.
yeah,
Yeah.
and I, work around other people's
Yep.
schedules. You know, I'm there all day long. So to me, I'm more than willing to help
Yeah.
at 7:30 or 4:30. You know, it doesn't matter. I don't stop
Yeah. Gotta help
seeing
people.
people. I mean, I work for the town of Charlton,
Yep.
so I owe the town of Charlton my time when I'm supposed to be working. So, and I'm totally fine with that. And well, for instance, you're asking it like how busy we are.
Yeah.
We have a meeting next week where we have 8 applications on our meeting
Yeah,
for
so
various
that's a
types
lot.
of development.
Yep.
Yeah, typically, it's funny because you thought during
Yeah.
like COVID that things would slow down. In Charlton, they have not slowed down. I mean, we worked through COVID.
Yeah.
Even though
We're
the
always busy.
town hall was
Yeah.
closed, we were inside working because it's the type of job you just can't stop.
Yeah.
So, and
that's
I
good, though,
enjoy
too.
it. I'd rather be working than sit around doing nothing. So,
Yeah. Well, that's
I
good
don't
then.
mind working with the public. I've been doing it
Yep.
for a number of years. You know, not only Charlton but other towns that I have worked
Yep.
for. So, and almost everybody is amenable to doing whatever's required by the town. They just want to make sure they do it right the first time. And
Yep.
you know,
Get it good the first time.
right,
Make sure everything goes smoothly. Yep.
right.
And just one more question I have is about well, I know that we have like Amazon, like I've said previously, going on right now too. But is there any other projects that you guys are working on right now, like trying to plan through? Anything like big or interesting?
Right now is we have a $1.2 million warehouse. It's
Yep.
already been approved by the planning board.
Yep.
And after a number of DOT issues, they actually closed on the property at the end of July. So, because we were
Yep.
questioning whether the project would ever come to fruition,
Yep.
but they have now purchased the property, so they own it, and are
Yep.
planning to build a building. We have a gas station convenience store project. These are ones that are currently on our
Yeah, yeah.
plate that we're dealing with. A 72 home subdivision.
That's a lot.
The latest and
Yeah.
greatest things with green energy is a lot of the solar fields or solar companies are now switching to put in standalone battery storage. Because battery storage works in a way where they juice up the battery, so to
Yep.
speak, during the day, and then that electricity is available at night when rates are cheaper and
Yep.
the solar fields aren't producing. So we've been seeing a number
So that's
of
a lot.
applications on those recently.
Yep.
So I believe that the state or the federal government's given us tax credits, which is giving developers incentive to
Yeah.
do them.
So
Because
you can do that after, like, let's say someone that already has a property, they can install that too, or is it like when it's already in the building process?
no, we
Like anyone
well,
can do it.
you can do it. There's a number of different ways. You can
Yeah.
do it standalone, where it's near some high tension electric wire,
Yeah.
meaning they carry large voltage.
Yeah.
You can do it if you're close enough to one of those. You could just connect to the
Oh,
high
okay.
transmission lines.
Yeah.
Or you can add it to an existing solar field. So
Okay.
the solar panels are charging the batteries
Mm-hmm.
during the day, and then the batteries are discharged at night to provide the electricity
Oh.
the solar isn't doing. I mean, there's a number of different ways
Yeah.
it can be done, but with the push for green energy, especially here in Mass,
Yep.
that's become a new hot button thing. So
Well, that's awesome.
we actually have 3 applications for
Yep.
3 different facilities right now on our plate. So
Well, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Everyone needs to go green, I think.
yeah, we're on the cusp of everything here, and we have. Last I knew, we have the
Yep.
largest amount of solar fields out of any by quantity
Yes.
of any town in Massachusetts. There are other towns that may have a little bit larger ones, but as far as quantity, we have the
We're
most.
winning that one for
We're
sure.
number one. You know,
Number
some
one.
yeah. Some people like them, some people don't like them, but I mean, they do serve a purpose. So,
They do.
You know,
That's all that matters.
we try to keep up with the times.
That's awesome. Well, thank you very much for coming in today and explaining your role.
You're welcome.
So, thank you guys for listening.
Okay.